Hello, my name is Anna. Welcome to another English lesson. Welcome to your listening course. Let's start with the vocabulary. Connection. So that's when something functions uh, not separately, but in a certain system. And when there is communication or when something is related with something. So it works like this when there's usually some logic in a system. There's a connection. Then departure. So this is when somebody goes away from some place. They depart from this place. No, swell. So it just to become big. So unusual. So it's different from something familiar, from something habitual. Then part. So part, it means that people are together and then they are not together anymore. They part. And so this process is called parting. Then wilderness. So this is the nature. This is the nature without any signs of civilization trip. So this is the process of traveling. Envy. So it's when someone, for example, someone has something and you don't have it, and you want to have it too, and you have kind of a bad feeling, so you envy them. But it's not necessarily bad because it just can simply motivate you to do something, to also have it, or to just consider some other alternatives. Then talk about. So talk about means to discuss. Then out of the question. So out of the question is just by no means. It means that just this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. It mustn't be like this. No, 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 no. Just out of the question. Just don't even mention this. Don't even mention this on any pretext. It's out of the question. It's absolutely out of the question. That there cannot be any. There cannot even be any discussion about this. Then console. So it's to soothe. When someone's frustrated, you come and you tell them that they shouldn't give up, because there's no way to fail. Just only in case you give up, you can fail. So just like this, just like move forward. So you try to motivate them. So you soothe them so that they are not sad anymore. But sometimes it's not so easy, because these people can be inconsolable. So when people are inconsolable, it's not so easy to console them. Now, load. It means to put all things somewhere, on some carriage usually, so that it carries these things from one place to the other. So that means to load. And case. So it's just like a box and basket. It's also a type of a holder. So basket, it's usually from some straw or something like that material, and so it's made in a very specific way. Indeed. Then tarpaulin. So it's type of cloth that that you cover things with, so that they don't get wet and so that they are protected, usually during some trip. Then camp. This is the place where the driver works. This is this place of their car or of a bus. Then shawl. So this is like a woolen kerchief. Now see off. So it's when there's a parting process, and when someone goes away, and other people like family and friends can come there and spend the last minutes before departure with them. And so this process is called seeing people off. Now weep. Weep is to cry with tears because of some reason. And no wonder. That's when something is very, very, very obvious, very, very natural. Now, tender-hearted. So this is a person who is very kind and who gives away a lot of love, and who is really emotional, and these emotions are really positive, and this positivity is directed towards some people. And they feel really bad when they part with some people that are important for them. Now, public. So this is just, these are all people that gather to certain event, and they just watch what's going on. This is the public. And for example, in public, this means to do something in public means that you do something and anyone, just anyone, can see it. It's basically like that. Then start. So if it's about a car, it means that you just turn all the mechanisms on so that the car start working and start moving. So you start the engine, basically. You start the car. Old boy. So this is how our friends sometimes call each other. And so lock. This is just like I said, when something happens just by chance, occasionally, not because of some certain effort, not because of this, but it just happens. There's also some reason, of course, but it's not something that's got deliberately. It's just something that happens, and it happens in such a way that it's in a good way. It's luck. And so, but when you want to part with some people in a good way, and you want that everything is good for them, and they are successful and get what they want, so they wish all the good to them. You can just say them, you can say good luck, and that's it. That's how it works. Just good luck. And it means that you wish that everything is good with them. And then a chance. So chance is an opportunity. Now porch. So it's when you have a house and there is a door, and in front of that door there is just a couple of steps, and so these steps that are in front of the door, they are usually called porch. And straw, this is the material. So for example, that's hay, and there's a haystack, and so this dry grass, it makes straw. So that's how it basically works. So straw, it's something, it's dry. So but it can be really very strong. So that depends what plant it is. So this is our vocabulary. And we now can continue our listening practice. There was a lot of gossip in the little town in connection with Mr. Dale's departure. Mr. Dale went with his chin high. Mrs. Dale ran to and fro with solemn eyes and smiling lips. It was all so unusual. I'd been with Mr. Dale for almost a year, and the African wilderness, and the long trip over the ocean. So her eyes were swollen with tears, but her lips smiled, for at the same time it was so pleasant to be envied, looked at, talked about by everybody. It was so thrilling to be the wife of a famous Mr. Dale who was going to Africa. Only Jimmy the carrot was gloomy and silent. He would gladly have his right hand cut off, if only he could go with scientific expedition too. But that was out of the question, of course. Lily tried to console her friend as much as she could, but Jimmy was inconsolable. At last the day of departure came. Mr. Dale kissed his children, shook hands with all his friends, and went to the lorry that was standing at the gates loaded with all kinds of cases, bags, parcels, and baskets, all covered with a big green tarpaulin. Mrs. Dale was already sitting in the cab of the lorry, looking very proud, and a Sunday straw hat and a bright new shawl over her shoulders. She was going to see Mr. Dale off. Polly stood on the porch, waving her handkerchief and weeping. Jimmy was not seen anywhere. The boy was so upset that he ran away as soon as I had kissed him. Mr. Dale said to his wife. No wonder, Mrs. Dale said. Our Carrot is such a tender-hearted kid. He's ashamed of crying in public. He is, Mr. Dale answered. Goodbye, friends, Mr. Dale cried, starting his lorry and waving his cap. Goodbye, old boy. Have a pleasant journey. Good luck, Thomas. Write whenever you get the chance. Don't worry, Tom. Your friends will look after your family. Goodbye, boys. And many thanks to all of you. Now, that's it. An adventurous story. Old Mr. Dale is going to have some adventures in Africa. See? It's cool, right? Now, what do you think about it all? About all these people and their behavior and their feelings and emotions and how they express them? What do you think about it all? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next lesson.